Hello and welcome to the 9th episode in our MCA mini-series. In this episode, we will be exploring a very important role when it comes to Deprivation of Liberty Safeguards authorisations, the relevant person's representative, often referred to as the RPR. If you need a reminder of what the Deprivation of Liberty Safeguards is, also known as the DoLS, please check out episode 7. Let's start by considering what a relevant person's representative is. One of the safeguards provided to a person who has a DoLS authorisation in place is an RPR. The local authority, aka our local council, must appoint a suitable RPR when granting the DoLS authorisation. An RPR provides support to someone living in a care home or hospital who has a deprivation of liberty authorised by the local authority. Who can be the RPR? Usually, the RPR is a family member or friend of the person. They must be 18 or over and willing to take on the role. There needs to be no conflict of interest concerns, such as the RPR being employed by or having a financial interest in the care home or hospital where the deprivation is taking place, or working within the supervisory body in a role that is or could be related to the person's care. Sometimes the local authority asks an advocacy service to be the RPR if there is nobody else suitable. Here in North East Lincolnshire, we contract with Cloverleaf Advocacy for our advocacy needs. RPRs from an advocacy service are specially trained in the DoLS legislation and to work with people who lack the mental capacity to make decisions about their care and support. If a family member or friend is appointed as the RPR but needs help to understand and undertake the role, then an advocate can be appointed to help the RPR. If at any point during the authorisation it is felt that the appointed RPR is no longer suitable, this could be for a number of different reasons. For example, the RPR is not visiting the person frequently enough or feels unable to complete the role. Then the local authority will arrange a replacement. Any concerns about the suitability of an RPR must be raised with the DoLS team in a timely manner. So what does the RPR do? The RPR must have regular face-to-face contact with the person. This is important because the RPR needs to be monitoring for any concerns that the person may be objecting to their arrangement or showing signs that they are unhappy in any way. The RPR also checks that the care and support in place for the person isn't more restrictive than it really needs to be. The RPR safeguards the person's interests. This includes thinking about what the person's interests are now, as well as what they would have been in the past. For example, is it well known that the person would have been unhappy with their arrangements today based on what wishes and feelings they shared when they had capacity to choose where to live and how to be cared for? The RPR may be asked to take part in care reviews for the person during the life of the DoLS authorisation and should have access to the person's relevant care notes in the care home or hospital to support them in ensuring the person's interests are safeguarded. When the person's authorisation is ready for renewal, the Best Interest Assessor will get in touch with the RPR to seek their views as to how the person has been responding to their arrangements and whether there are any concerns about the restrictions in place for them. Where there are conditions attached to the DoLS authorisation, the RPR supports in ensuring those conditions are complied with by the care home or hospital and raise any concerns with the DoLS team. Where the RPR believes that the person either is objecting to the arrangements amounting to a deprivation of their liberty, or would object if they were able to, then the RPR should take steps to challenge the deprivation on behalf of the person. One option is to think about requesting what is known as a Part 8 review of the person's arrangements by speaking to the DoLS team. Another option is for the RPR to raise what is known as a Section 21A challenge by the Court of Protection. More on that in a future MCA mini-series episode. Even if family and friends are not appointed as the RPR, Those who are actively involved in the person's life are still consulted as part of the DoLS process to share their understanding of the person's views and what is considered to be in their best interests. What are some of the terms an RPR will need to know? Mental capacity. A person's ability to make a specific decision by understanding, retaining, using and weighing up relevant information and communicating their decision. DoLS, Deprivation of Liberty Safeguards. DoLS team, a team acting on behalf of the local authority that arranges, authorises and oversees DoLS authorisations. MCA, an independent mental capacity advocate. Managing authority, the care home or hospital where the person is being deprived of their liberty. Supervisory body, the legal name for the local authority which authorises, reviews and oversees DoLS. Best Interest Assessor, also known as a BIA, a specially trained professional who completes the assessments required for the DoLS. Mental Health Assessor, also known as an MHA, a specially trained professional who identifies if the person has a mental health disorder, one of the qualifying requirements for a DoLS. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Please check out the other episodes in the MCA mini-series and we look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care.